Hey guys, what's going on? Vin Ferretti here, and welcome to another exclusive crypto video. Before I start, I want to tell you a funny story that I ran into today. I was actually walking down the streets of Boston, and what happened was I was listening to some guy's conversation with his girlfriend, and he was yelling at her for selling his Bitcoin 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or something like that. Crazy, because that dude would probably never not even be walking on the streets in Boston. He'd probably be somewhere extremely nice, probably Bali or whatever cool country that he wanted to live in. But his girlfriend sold his Bitcoin, I guess. So shame on him. And I also wanted to pop up a nice meme. So if you guys want to see that right there, I think it's funny because obviously Bitcoin is falling right now, but we know it's going to come back up. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's jump into my screen. Before we do that, I do want to let you guys know we have a Facebook group. It's called Exclusively Crypto. We have over 4,000 masterminds that are willing to help out anyone who is interested in cryptocurrency, help you learn more, maybe people a couple levels, a couple steps above you, that will ultimately show you how they got to their success. So I hope you guys can join that. The link will be in the description, as well as if you want to follow my YouTube channel, that will also be in the description. So let's hop into my screen. Let's talk about how Bitcoin is on a 50% off sale, and let's ultimately talk about how you guys can profit on that if you guys have not gotten in Bitcoin yet. So guys, I think it is best to kind of jump into the cryptocurrency market capitalization, basically the market cap, so the overall money that's being flowed in through cryptocurrency. And it's honestly taken a huge dip since this drop of Bitcoin. There's been a lot of speculation about the CBOE futures and that ending soon, and that ultimately causing this dip. But as you can see, it did reach tops of about $800 billion, so close to a trillion, so close to a trillion. And I wish it could pass that, but it did have that nice little resistance at 8,1300 or 813 billion, whatever, and it ended up dipping. So now it is sitting at about 527 billion dollars, and the BTC dominance is now 34%. I remember the last time I was kind of making a video about Bitcoin, the dominance was only 45%. So I think maybe the last time I did post on Ricky's channel, it was 45%. I did not think that that was something that was going to stay for a while. Obviously, the altcoins were starting to pile up a ton, and it was everyone just knew XRP was getting rifled off by people who had no clue what cryptocurrency was. They were like, how do I buy XRP? Let's think. Cardano got a huge upswing. TRX, everyone was like Tron. People still talk about Tron, even though it's down about 70%. Why, I have no clue, but I knew that it was going to start to go down because the altcoins were piling up. Bitcoin was starting to move to altcoins, but ultimately the market started to crash, and the BTC dominance still has not really gone up. People have been losing money on altcoins. Ultimately, when Bitcoin starts to go down, that's when altcoins usually start to fall. So altcoins will fall more. If Bitcoin goes down 10%, altcoins will fall down maybe 15% USD value. So that is something to know about if you guys are looking to get into cryptocurrency, as well as when Bitcoin starts to pick up, altcoins start to pick up more. So Bitcoin will go up 10%. Usually altcoins will go up more than 10%. So I wanted to jump into the Bitcoin chart and talk about everything. So let's kind of do a nice trend analysis, a live trend analysis, not really live, but within the video. And let's talk about what I was kind of looking at and what I'm looking at for the future for Bitcoin. Ultimately, what can we see? So I want to go into the 4-hour chart, just kind of easier to chart it instead of going through the 1 hour. And let's start obviously by showing it is in a downtrend. So if you guys can clearly see that this is a downtrend, obviously it is bouncing off the resistance, off the supports. I'm just going to draw a pretty clear one right now. So it's bouncing, it bounced off the resistance, the support, bounced off the resistance, coming down to the support, about to hit support again, and then ultimately it should be bouncing right back up to the resistance. So this is something to keep an eye out for. Within the past 4 hours, it went up to about 11,500, and it's coming right back down, clearly in a downtrend. But if you guys have ever seen a bull flag pattern that's coming up on your screen right now, you can look at it. Tell me does this not look like a bull flag pattern? I personally think it does. It's taking a complete sell-off, which is fine. You can see obviously the upswing right here and the downswing. So let me pull up that bull flag one more time. Look at this pattern so you can see it is pretty much exactly like the bull flag pattern, and that's something that I honestly think is why this Bitcoin could rally. I hope you guys like that meme in the beginning, because it did show that maybe it is down, but it will come back. I promise you, if you believe in blockchain, then it will definitely come back. For those that are invested in Bitcoin, do not panic. This is just a simple sell-off. If you guys know the actual supports, the resistance, and you want to sell for maybe a quick scalper profit, I promise you it will be back up to 20K within a month. The technology around it is just extremely well. There's no way that it can kind of go away. Blockchain simply just can't go away unless people don't use it, but a lot of people are starting to implement it. It's just the beginning stages. So let's go back into that one day. I wanted to talk about that because we've had this kind of consistent thing. We have really seen is when the stochastics RSI are oversold, it usually starts to go back up. So from based on my understanding, what I can kind of see, what I like to see based on past trends, is the stochastics RSI are, yes, they are oversold. Personally, what that means is that based on past history, it's going to start to come back up. It has to break out of this channel before it can be called kind of back on a bullish trend, before the bulls win. But other than that, it would have to break about 13,500. And I think this is definitely possible. Like I said, it is in a bearish kind of trend right now, but it is a bull flag, which is nice to know. Maybe a little bit more of a downward angle as a bull flag, but it is still definitely in the bull flag. So nothing to worry about. You know that it is a common trend. It is definitely taking a sell-off. That's fine. It ran up about, I don't even know. Let's see how much it ran up since July. It's been up about 1,000% since July. I mean, for anything that's up 1,000%, there's going to be a sell-off. There's going to be people taking their money out, and that's fine. Nothing to panic. Just know that you know where the resistance are. You know where the supports are. If it breaks that, maybe you can sell. Like I said, if it closes below this kind of channel, if it closes down on the day below 9,600, I'm selling because it's out of the channel. It's breaking that bull flag pattern, and it'll start to fall more. But I like to confirm. For me, based on what I like to do, is I like to look at when it closes. When I'm doing day trading, I want to make sure that it closes at that, because cryptocurrencies are very, very volatile. If you look at this, it hit about 10,500, and I was on my phone when this actually happened, and it rifled right back up to 13,000. If you look at that, within 4 hours, it went from 10,500 all the way up to 13,000, which is a 28% swing, and even at the top of the actual candle, it was a 37% swing. Think of 37% within 4 hours. That's how much Bitcoin moves, and this is their like less volatile coin. A lot of the volatile coins are altcoins, which personally are awesome to invest in. But if you don't have that kind of the expertise or the mastermind of kind of being able to know to hold and how cryptocurrencies work, then they're going to make you freak out and give you anxiety. And personally, for me, I don't like that at all. But I do know how the resistance work. I know how cryptocurrencies work. I know how they sometimes I wait for that close, like strictly I wait for that close in order for me to know that it's in a downtrend. So unless it closes below under this kind of candle like this, it did close, but that was on the 4 hour. I'm looking more for the 1 day. If it closes below that, then I will ultimately sell and buy back another time. I'm mostly in ICOs though, so that's something that profited. When you're in ICOs, you don't lose value, which is awesome. I'm waiting for those to hit so I can put more in ICOs and invest in Bitcoin when it's a 50% off. So the way that I look at this is it is sale time, so it's 50% off to buy Bitcoin. If you were looking to get in Bitcoin, this would be a perfect time. It's bouncing right on the support. Obviously, I want you guys to find value in. If you guys can see this and see that, yes, it's bouncing on support, it's something I find value in. I like blockchain. I was just waiting for a good entry, then this could possibly be a good entry. Like I said, it could also be down here tomorrow, or it could also be up here because they move very fast. You can see in 1 day it went from 15,000 all the way up to 17,000, and then in a couple days it went from 20,000 down to about 15,000, so a 25% loss. It's ultimately what you guys find value in, what you guys are willing to risk, and what you can see in the trends. But as you can see, it's a complete bull flag pattern. It is in a downtrend, which is fine. It's in a sell-off, but you need sell-offs in order to come back. It's a healthy sell-off, although it has dropped a lot. And I know 50%, you can say, Vin, it's not healthy. I personally think it's healthy. It needs to take a fall back before it can go back up. For those of you who are in stocks, for those of you who are in cryptocurrency that are day trading, you know that if a day trade goes past, starts booming, it needs to take a little sell-off, and then it can keep going. It needs to keep that momentum. In order to keep that momentum, it needs to have a sell-off, and then it can start going up more. If it just keeps going, it's going to eventually be overbought, and then it's going to just plummet. So you need it to have a healthy pullback, especially for those who day trade on that 1 minute. It needs to be a healthy pullback and then go back up. Same thing works with 1 day, 1 hour. Of course, it's unfortunate that it took this huge sell-off, but the way that I look at it is it's a 50% off time. If you guys can get more Bitcoin and invest in things that you want to invest in the cryptocurrency world. So That's it from you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys find value in cryptocurrency, value in me. If you guys do want to go follow me, you can get the YouTube channel in the description below. Also join that exclusively crypto Facebook page. We are 4,000 mastermind cryptocurrency people who can teach you guys the ropes and everything about cryptocurrency. So for those who want to get involved, you can join that exclusively crypto Facebook group and ultimately become one of the many masterminds that can help you bring your cryptocurrency game and bring your ultimately trading game and lifestyle to the other levels. So see you guys on the moon. Have a good one. See you guys later.